us insight. This is the European winter wool cap, and according to history, the British, when they first visited Nigeria, disposed of some of this winter wool cap, which some natives picked up, and it became a thing of culture to them. These are beads from the ancient Benin Kingdom, frequently worn by royalties, but now being appropriated by you know who. These are Ulfostery clothes which the British introduced when they first visited Nigeria, and it was used in the making of chairs, tables, and beds. Now it is also appropriated to signify a heritage. Oh well. And the Central Igbo language, that's also an appropriation. It is an appropriation of borrowed languages of Ika, Ikwerre, ibibio, and igala. According to documents, in the year 1857, Bishop Ajayi Crowther made a compilation of what we refer today as the Central Igbo language, and it gave birth to the first Igbo Bible and dictionary. So why so many borrowing from the Igbos? Well, that brings us to today's discussion. Who are the Igbos and where exactly is their origin? You see, according to histories and research, there was nothing like a race called Igbo prior before the British came. The British, who are known to deal on slaves, when they first visited Africa, more specifically the area known today as Equatorial Guinea, Papua New Guinea, and some parts of Cameroon, bought slaves from this aforementioned region, and in the course of their travels and movements came to Nigeria. And some of these slaves were left in this region. The British, who have already taught some of these slaves how to speak their language, the English language, tried to integrate some of these slaves into the society, which is today Nigeria, by using some of them as their interpreters and officers. The British also sought for an alternative way to integrate these people into the society, which gave birth to giving these people an identity, and hence called them Igbos. And some of these slaves, being black, went and integrated into certain kingdoms which was already in existence, like the Aro Confederacy, which mainly comprised of the Ibibios. The Ibibios, during the course of war with this tribe, now known as the Ibos, were defeated during the Arochukwu War of 1901, picture above, because they had ammunition which was given to them by the whites. So the areas of Arochukwu and Abia states as a whole was originally owned and dominated by the Ibibios. It should be worthy to note that the Igbos, which was a British creation, was also used to fight and defeat some empires, like the Bini Empire, because the whites sent some of these people to fight and infiltrate the Bini Empire. That's a long history, right? Well, we have more. The area today, known as Anambra State, was originally owned by the Igalas, who were natives to this land. And places like Onitsha were originally owned by the ancient Benin Kingdom. Who ruled those lands? Well, my best bet is the same fate that befell the Ibibios also befell the Igalas. The areas today, known as Enugu and Ebonyi State, was originally owned by the Igalas. So the question is, are the Igbos indigenous to any lands in Nigeria? Well, I'll leave that to you to answer. The Igbos, who were originally made up of British slaves from Equatorial Guinea, Papua New Guinea, and some part of Cameroon, invaded the Ibibios and took their land. It wasn't enough. They also invaded the Igalas, infiltrated the Benin Empire, took and dominated Ebonyi and Anambra from the Igalas, who were indigenous to these lands. We have more. They went to war with the whole Nigeria during the Nigerian First Civil War, popularly known as the Biafran War, to take the entire country, which was resisted by the entire country. But the Igbos has not still stopped at that. We still hear them drumming about Biafra, even till this day. But the question remains, will they ever stop? I guess we'll leave that to you, our audience, to answer. Do well to support the page by liking, posting, reposting, and tagging your favorite people to this page. And as for the minority ethnic groups, like the Kas, Ikwerres, Ekweres, Ogbas, Ibankes, Igalas, and the Edos, whose culture, language, etc. were borrowed by the Igbos and now being appropriated due to their majority population. Do well to tell us in the comment section what was being borrowed from your tribe. For example, I'm a proud Ikwerrean, and most of our names, languages have been borrowed and now being appropriated by the Igbos due to their population. Thank you. This is Rudolph's Insights. We support one Nigeria and kick against the distortion of people's history and identity.